Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. It's Patty from pspapercrafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, which means that I show you how to use Stampin' Up! Products. I generally make cards, and today I want to show you how to make 5 quick and easy cards using the Ring of Love designer series paper. Rings of Love. Let me make sure I have it right. So this is a 12 by 12 set of paper, and this is free during celebration. So if you spend $50, you can get this whole pack of paper for free. And it just has some gorgeous prints, and we're going to use some of them, not all of them, and make 5 quick cards. Now, some of the designs for the cards are very similar to each other, and I just wanted to give you some options. But aren't they pretty? I love them. So this is the first one. It's a thank you card, and then we have a birthday card, a thinking of you, a Christmas card, and another birthday card. And the stamp sets that I used are sentiment stamp sets. There's Charming Sentiments and Very Best Occasions. So these are 2 great sets that have a lot of good variety of sentiments. So let's get started. I have everything kind of pre-cut. We're going to start with this one here, and this is a mint macaron, and then I use some evening evergreen ribbon with it, and I think it's such a pretty combination. So I have my pieces cut. So I have a mint macaron card base, and I will have all the instructions in project sheets on my blog, pspapercrafts.com. So I won't go through all of them here. So I do have my inside layer, and then I have the designer series paper, and I just think that is so pretty. Very simple to put together. We're going to actually just glue this down, and I love this too. I didn't do the houses. I thought there would be a good card for someone who bought a new home. That was not a sentiment in the stamp sets, and I was trying to really stick to the 2 sets of stamp sets. Okay, so we have this down. Now before I attach this here, I'm going to want to put my ribbon down, but let's get our sentiment done. Very simple. They're all very simple. So this is the happy birthday. I have all my stamps out for all the projects, and I stamped this in evening evergreen. This is one of my favorite colors. I think it's a great color for Christmas. So I'm going to just stamp the happy birthday. It's a little crooked, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go ahead and punch it out. And I have the double oval punch, so it has a scalloped and then a straight edge punch. So I'm going to just put this in here, and I like to look at it from the back, and we'll straighten it out and punch it. And then I want to punch the scalloped one, so that will be the layer behind. Very easy. This is a great punch to have, and it works with a lot of these sentiments from the stamp sets that I showed you. So we're just going to glue this down. You could use whatever adhesive you want. I like the liquid glue so that I have a little bit of a chance to move it around. Okay, and now we want to get our ribbon, and this is the evening evergreen. And what I like to do is just take a piece, and let me get my ribbon scissors and cut it. And what I like to do is get a couple of pieces of Scotch tape, plain old Scotch tape, and wrap it around the layers and just attach it in the back, just like that. Very simple. And now I can put this down on the card base, and you can put it this way or this way, whichever way you like. And we'll just get a little bit of liquid glue and just put it around and get it nice and centered. And isn't that so pretty? And that's also Night of Navy in there. I almost did it with a Night of Navy, but I just thought the mint macaron and the evening evergreen were so pretty together. So now I'll just make a bow. Sorry, that's my dog snoring. He's always at my feet. He likes to paper craft with me, sort of. He likes to hang with me is what he likes to do. All right. So we'll just get the bow made and just snip it off. We can put this down, and I'm going to put this down with some dimensionals so it pops it up just a little bit. Put one up there. I'll put 4 of them on. Okay, put that aside, and we're almost done with the first card. So easy. And then the second card is similar. I just did a little bit different, well, definitely different paper, but a little bit different on the sentiment and how I did the border in the background. So I wanted to show you that. So we'll just take a glue dot and put it on the back of the ribbon. Oops. And there we have it. Pretty, right? And then on the inside, I did a sentiment, and then I did some corner pieces. So I cut this down to get like kind of the middle of the medallion, and then I cut it diagonally. So let's get our inside layer, and we will do, let me just put this cap on, the Sending You Smiles for Every Moment of Your Special Day. And that's in, they're both in this Very Best Occasion set, which I think is a great set, as I said. So we're just gonna stamp this right like that, and then close this up. And we'll just glue these down, and then we can put the inside layer, and we're done with one card. Pretty quick and pretty easy. So we'll put this one here. Get it nice in place. And then we'll do this one. I'll tell you, it's very hot. I'm up in New York, and I think it's in the 90s this week, which seems very strange for this time of year. I know we're still in the summer, but it should start cooling down a little bit. I feel like I'm back in Florida again. So let's put this down with some of our stamp and seal. Oh, and we have to put a little bling on it, so we'll do that too. Oh. Let's try that again. Top corner, bottom corner. There we go. Okay, and then I have the In Color opal rounds, and we'll just take our Take Your Pick tool and take one of the larger Evening Evergreen. So here we have our first card is done. Simple. Okay, let's move on to card number 2, which is the Christmas card. Very similar, just the layers, but I just want to show you how I did the sentiment. So with a little more sparkle and a little less stress, let's make this Christmas the very best. So let's stamp that first, and I am doing that in Evening Evergreen. And we'll just ink that up, and I'm just doing it on a scrap of paper, and I'll be using this other punch, and I'll have all the punches labeled or laid out in the project sheets, because I'm not sure what they're called. Oh, this is the Label Me Lovely punch. So sometimes I label them. I need to do that. I need to label my label punches. How's that? So we want to get this all lined up, and what I like to do is maneuver it around, and then I close it without punching it, and then I can kind of fine tune it. And I'm looking at these corners. Okay, and then I want to punch a second one from a scrap. And on this one, I'll just cut it right in half. And that will allow me to spread it and create a border at the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. I don't want to go too far to the edges. And then I can make the border, I want to go side to side, but I can make it as narrow or as wide as I want. And then we'll just do this one and do the same thing. Now you want the top and the bottom to be somewhat even. That looks good. Okay, and let's get our layers together. So again, I'm going to put the layers, isn't that pretty? It's Poppy Parade, but I think it's a nice red, and I love this. I think that is so pretty, the trees. I didn't know which patterns to choose, so I just kind of went with it. But I'll make some more cards. And you can do this with any pack of paper. You could just, you know, start making the cards. I love our paper. I think it's my favorite product from Stampin' Up, our designer series paper. The patterns are just so beautiful. And let's see, where's the ribbon? So we want to do the same kind of thing with the ribbon. We just want to cut a piece a little bit longer than the layer and then put it around and tape it down with the Scotch tape. Now the next three cards are similar designs, but I wanted to show you that I think it's one of my favorite designs, and you can get, only using a 4x4 sheet of paper, pattern paper, so you can get a lot out of a pack of paper if you wanted to do that design over and over again. So let's put this down with our liquid glue. And I just wanted to show you, you know, a couple of variations. And you could use whatever paper, whatever sentiments, but just get some ideas. And you could really make some quick cards if you wanted to. I mean, this would be a quick Christmas card to make. And then we want to put this down with our dimensionals. Wow, look at how crooked that is. Doesn't look crooked here, but boy, that's kind of funny. Looks good to me, so I'm going to go with it. So let's put 4 of these down. Does that look crooked to you? It's very strange to me. It probably is really crooked and I'm just not seeing it. Okay, we're going with it. And we'll just put this right here. We'll tie a bow again. Just like this. And this ribbon, it comes in all in colors from last year, and they carried it over. I was so pleased about that. But it really ties nicely. It's just very soft, and it's just so pretty. It's kind of rich. Okay, and we'll put this down with a glue dot. And then I'll probably clean up some of this stuff because I feel like I'm making quite a mess. So we'll just put the glue dot right back here and put it down like that. Okay, and I did add some dots to this, but let me do the inside first. So on the inside, I did another Christmas, may your days be happy, your heart be light, Your Christmas Merry and New Year Bright. So I thought that was great. So let's get that. And then I just did a strip, a 1-inch strip, 1x4 for the bottom. So again, we're using Evening Evergreen. And we'll just stamp this down. I'm going to go up a little bit because we're going to have this bottom part covered. And I think I'll just put it on with this. And you could try to get, you know, if you wanted a pattern. I tried to do that, I think, with the birds. You'll see that when I get to it. You can cut your paper down a little bit if you wanted to get, you know, the specific flowers. Alrighty, so let's put this in here. So I have 2 Christmas cards done. Yay! Have to make a bunch of them. And then what I wanted to do was get my pearls, because I didn't have any Poppy Parade gems or anything like that. So what you can do is take your pearls and color them with a Stampin' Blend. So this is the dark Poppy Parade Stampin' Blends, and there's 4 of these little berries here that I wanted to cover. Now you have to be careful that you don't pick up ink from here. So sometimes I actually color it on a piece of paper, but we'll just pick this up and put it down here. And these 2 are a little tight, but it doesn't really matter because you're gonna, you know, you're hiding it when you put it down. So isn't that pretty? And you can color the leaves if you want. I thought we might lose something by coloring it. So here is our second card. And let's get rid of some of this stuff here. So the third card, this is the one that I really love, this style or design. So I'm taking Poppy Parade, and then I have my papers cut. So this is a 4x4 sheet, okay? And then you're going to take your trimmer, and you're just going to cut it corner to corner. Okay, so I'm lining up this corner and this corner with the groove where I'll cut. And then when you put it on your white paper, the white layer, it fits perfectly. So this goes like this, and this goes like this, and then you have room to put your sentiment in. Okay, and on this one I did the Thinking of You, and I did that in Poppy Parade. Now I am going to line these up like this so I know where to stamp or where to put it. But I don't want to put them down yet in case I make a, you know, have a little problem with my stamping. So we'll just do this because then I could just flip over my paper. And we're just going to try to get it in the center as best we can. And this works good with a long sentiment, but I thought this would be okay. Let's do the inside. So the inside is with comfort and love. So thinking of you with comfort and love. I hope I'm in camera here. I'm just looking up to make sure I am. And again, we're going to put it up a little bit high, and we're going to put this down at the bottom. So we're using a lot of the paper this way, which I think is great. Now the other thing I did with this was I just punched some Poppy Parade. And this is, again, I don't know what the name of it is, but it will be on my blog. So I want this smaller one because I thought it would just match perfectly. So I'm going to just punch this out and then punch a second one out. Okay, and I found that these kind of curl when I punch them. So we'll just curl them back. No big deal. Okay, so let's put our card pieces together. I'm going to use my liquid glue. And I think this is really pretty. And you could do it's crushed curry if you wanted to do yellow flowers, or as I said, Night of Navy for the blue flowers. And all of the colors are on the paper pack. So if you're not sure what color it is, it's an easy way to find out. I'm not crazy about this kind of gingham look. I don't know why. It doesn't do anything for me. Usually I love both sides of the paper, but okay, we're all lined up. And now we can put our little flowers on, and I'm just going to put a little dot. And I just want a little bit here too. Just a little bit. And you could put whatever you want on here. I just thought I would give you some different options of how to decorate. So we'll just put a little glue. And put this up here like that. There we go. So then we can put this on the card front, and we'll have 3 cards done already. So the other cards that I'm making are a similar design, but one is more of a vertical versus a horizontal, and then this one I have this round sentiment instead of going down the center there. So just different options. So here we go. So celebration is over in just a couple of days. I think today is the 29th, and it ends on August 31st. Is it 31 days in August? I think so. So if you wanted to get any of the free celebration items, you need to place your order in the next day or two. If you're watching this on the 29th, you have till the 31st. Otherwise, you're going to be too late. And if you place a $50 order, there's some products you can get for free during celebration. And if you place a $100 order, there's other products. Or you can get two $50. So isn't that nice? The other thing right now that's going on is there's a special starter kit promotion where there's this whole planner with a stamp set and notebooks, and it's really cool, and you get that for free if you were to join this month during celebration. So let's do the Night of Navy one, and that's a really good deal. You would get $125 worth of product, and you would spend $99. So you're getting free product right there. And then you get some, you get free shipping, and you get the planner and the notebooks and all that good stuff. And then after that, you get 20% off on all your orders while you're active. And it doesn't really take much to stay active. You don't have to do it as a business. You could just do it for fun and enjoy the discount. Then you would be on my team, and we are the PS Paper crew. And if you want to know more about it, you can email me and I will hook you up. All right, so this one, I love these birds. And you want to make sure that you're cutting it this way and not this way, because it would just lay funny. So just keep that in mind. So we're doing the Night of Navy. And I like having it on the white. So if you spread them apart, it just fits perfectly on your white layer. Whoever thought of this, which was not me, I think was brilliant. Now, I had a hard time with this stamp. It says, happiest of birthdays, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And my ink pad is very, very juicy. So what I found, I kept doing it, and I should really try to get some of the ink off of it. What I ended up doing was I used my Stampin' Right marker. But you might not have this problem. But if you ever do, that's an alternative. So I'm just going to color it with my Stampin' Right marker. Instead of inking it up. And I'm going to have to move around some of my ink, I think. I know you can put some paper on it. I just didn't want to take the time to do that. You can take some copy paper and just kind of blot it. But I don't know if it's the stamp or the ink pad, so I have to play with it. The word of is just very small, and it has that background. So this seemed to work better. So again, I'm going to stamp it with this in place, but I'm not going to put it down yet. And the reason I'm not putting it down yet is if it doesn't stamp right, I can flip over the paper. There we go. That of came out better than the other one. Okay, so now we want to put these pieces down. So again, it's very similar, only I'm doing it as a portrait or a vertical style card. And I love these birds. I think they are just adorable. I love birds, so this is my thing. And we'll just do this one. It's funny, I have to turn on the air conditioning. I turned it off. I never had air conditioning, so I'm staying in my son's house, which is a house that my husband and I raised our family in. We built it. It's a log home. And we never had air conditioning, and he had it put in. And I keep thinking, we got to open windows. But I think today I should have had the AC on. Oh well, live and learn. In the evenings, it's been very nice. And I don't want to put the ceiling fan on because it will blow everything around. Okay, so the inside I'm going to put, let me see, because you totally deserve it. Wishing you the happiest birthdays because you totally deserve it. Let's see if I can find that. Okay, I had the stamp set downstairs. So I'm staying in the basement. And my craft room is down the basement, and I have to take everything upstairs by the window so I can do my videos, and I don't always have everything. So, because you totally deserve it, and then we can put this down. So this is where I tried to cut the birds. I cut that bird's head off, but I tried to get some of the best birds in the picture. So let's put this down with a snail or a stamp and seal. Right down here. And you could stamp something else in here if you wanted. I was just trying to stick with the sentiment stamps and not go crazy with other stamps. So it's a nice way of having an inside completed by using the designer series paper inside. And then of course you can decorate your envelope flap with the paper as well. And that just finishes it off nicely. So now I'm using these fun flowers, the resin shapes, and these are the crushed curry. So it matches the yellow from the bird. So I like to be a little matchy-matchy with stuff. And there you have it. So we have 4 cards done, and I saved the best for last. So I'm hoping that you're sticking around till the end So this one I think is my favorite. So similar style, design, but then instead of stamping across it, I put the circle here. So again, we have our 4x4 piece, and we don't want to cut it this way, we want to cut it this way. So we'll just take our trimmer, line it up, and I'm using Poppy Parade again. And I just think the butterflies, the mushrooms, I think this is so pretty. And we'll just put this here, and this time we can just put it right down. We don't have to worry about stamping. So let's get our liquid glue. And just put it right down there. And get this all lined up perfectly. And you know, I said I had this on the 29th. Tomorrow is when it will show. I'm making this on the 29th. So you'll only have a day or two to get the celebration items. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now we're going to do thank you. And I cut this using the stylish shapes. So I did the third from the smallest and cut that out already. So let's ink this up in the Poppy Parade. And this is a nice, bold thank you. And it just barely fits. I'm putting it up a little bit because I want to put that butterfly below it. Okay, and let's do the inside. You're the best ever. Let's find that. You're the best ever. Found it. I have stamps everywhere and they're all upside down. So we'll just put this right here. I love Poppy Parade. It's so bright and cheerful and happy. Makes me happy. So I'm going to put this down. And then I want to show you how I did these cute little kind of branches with the berries. So we'll put that up there. So we have these things called texture elements. And they come and they're just, you know, natural color. And this one has a little spot on it. So what I did was I took my Stampin' Write marker. I have soft suede, and this is light, and then I have the dark Poppy Parade. So I'm just going to color these, and I'll speed this up. So I'm just going to color the berries, and I'll put 2 coats on, and then I'll color these stems with the soft suede. So now I'll use the light soft suede for the branches. See the difference? So let's just get this one done. Okay, so now we have them done. We have our sentiment done. Let's put our card layer on the card base. And we'll put the inside on as well. And then we can put it together. And you'll see me, I'm putting the Stampin' Seal on the inside layer. That's just something I do. I like it to be nice and flat and nothing showing through. I find that sometimes you'll see the glue when it's just a line on the white without anything else there. Just my thing. So now we want to put these down. And they do go outside the line a little bit. And then this will go right here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on each of these, just a little dot, and some right up here. And this glue is strong, so it will hold it. And we'll do the same on this. Just a little dab will do ya. Do you remember that? What was that? Brill cream, something. A little dab will do ya. Okay, so then we want this, but I want to put this dimensionals in the middle. I don't want it to crash into any of that. So I'm going to just put 2 right here in the middle. So it will sit right over the ends of those branches. Isn't that cute? And then I have one of these brass butterflies. You could color some dots if you wanted. But I thought the brass butterflies kind of went with the whole butterfly theme there. And let me just get this. And I love these. I think they're so pretty. And they just stick. They have the sticky on the back. So these are the cards. We have these 2, and these 2, and these 2, and these, and these. So what's your favorite? I love this one, and I love this one, but then I love the birds. I don't know. I have a hard time with it. But thanks so much for joining, and come back next week. I'll do another video. If you have any questions again about buying the starter kit or celebration, you can email me, Patty@pspapercrafts, and then head over to, or Patty@pspapercrafts.com, and then head over to my blog, pspapercrafts.com, and you can get project sheets for all of this with all the products, the measurements, all that good stuff. All right, you have a good day. Thanks.